Ladies and gentlemen, it's Charles. How you doing? Today, you see my little saint. I've got one of the Pravoslavic saints right here. And forgive me, who is this gentleman? Sveti Jovan. Zvinite. I'm not really sure who that is. But this fine gentleman is going to be here blessing my food that I'm getting ready to eat for you today. Today I've got a really good, a different food. I mean, it's kind of similar, but it's still different. That makes sense. Jeez. I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. I just ramble, you know? Sometimes I'll sit and watch my old videos, and I just sit and listen to myself, and I'm like, my God, do I really talk that much, that consistently, you know, about a whole bunch of nothing, you know? I think it's an art, really. You know, there's so many people I meet that are not able to carry on a conversation. I think I'm good at that, you know. Must have something to do with my car sales. My mom always told me when I was young I'd probably grow up to be a car salesman, and I was, you know. So anyway, today what I've got is something called shish is vini, shish ćevap, okay? And it's 150 gram, or no, 180 grama, which means 180 grams of ćevap. And I believe, and I'm not really sure, you Serbs watching will probably know, because I don't see these very often in Serbia, but I see them a lot here in Zemun, so I wanted to get one and see what the difference was. You all know, this is what this thing looks like, okay? It's about a foot long. It's, in comparison to my big goddamn head, it's huge, very thick. But a ćevap, excuse me, eating with my mouth full. What a pig! A ćevap is very common in Serbia. Pljeskavica, you know, is the patty, like a burger, but different kinds of meat put in there. A ćevap is the same thing, but it's rolled. Rolled into little things like this usually. You can get them punjane, which means filled. You know, I've showed those before in my videos, but this one here is called shish. Shish. Sorry, I said shish. Shish. And I think that means that it's probably cut, sliced, and put on there like in halves, you know, because they come circular, it's halved, and then they put it like a big thick one on here. Let's look, okay? Want to? Because we got time. Oh, I see what it is. Here's what we got. This shish ćevap looks like this, okay? It's flattened, like into a little burger. My buddy Milan Novakov from Pančevo took me for one of these similar looking things here. And this was, on it, I've got this orange stuff, which is urnebes, the spicy stuff. I've got this white stuff, which is pavlaka, which just makes it so darn yummy. I've got paradise, tomato, and luke, onion. This here, I bought it at a little place, it's right close to Pinocchio here, and everybody tells me in Zemun when you go to Pinocchio, it's the best place to get like Euro cream, palachinka, and they have different flavors of palachinka, which is a pancake that they roll up. But anyway, I didn't want anything sweet. I wanted a burger, and this was cheap. For 180 grams, you get this, and it was 180 dinars. So that's like a little over $2 for this big thing. And this is all I need, you know? I can never get enough. They even make their own bread here, you know, in most of these places. So to explain the taste just isn't, you know, good enough. You have to try it. You know what, a funny quick story before I shut this off and continue eating without you watching me. I ran into a German girl. She was in that video from the eco hostel that I showed. This young lady, she was impressed with Serbia. We were going to order her some food. You know, we wanted to get her one of those complete lepinjas, you know. And so my buddy said, you want us to order it? She said, well, no, I just want to see what they have. She said she was going to walk. He gave her a menu. She looked at the menu and she said, you know what is cool about Serbia? She said, beside the food, when you see a picture of it on the menu, and you see the name of it, it'll tell you exactly how many grams you're getting. She said you don't see that much in Germany, and you don't see that much in the USA. You know, it'll say quarter-pound cheeseburger maybe, you know, at McDonald's, and it's about, you know, it's nothing but soybeans. But here, most places you go, it'll say 200 grams, 250 grams, and you know, you can kind of get an idea of what you're getting. Anyway, let me show you an up close. Maybe you want to see this little devil up close. So gosh darn it, I'll show you up close. There's my beautiful little meal. This orange stuff, spicy, peppery, cheesy stuff, urnebes, white stuff, pavlaka, looks like soured cream kind of this flat. See how thick it is? It's so thick. 180 grams. Get it on homemade bread. Gosh darn it. This is life, man. Prijetno, folks.